Hey guys, Julie Saillant, how are you? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. I decided to go outside because it's super nice tonight and I just didn't want to be inside. So, hey, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing. I really appreciate you, every single one of you. Also, thank you if you've left comments. I really appreciate that as well. I I look at every single comment and I always respond back. So thank you so much. I appreciate every single one of you. My name is Julie Saillant. I am a healer. And I am a life coach as well. But what I do generally is I help people find their soul path. I help them find their gifts and figure out how to use them and then bring them back into alignment so that they can do what they came here to do. And that's my specialty, is really having you stand in your power. It's one of my superpowers, is seeing you and the powers that you have and then bringing you into alignment so that you can do what you came here to do. Because so many of us are here on planet Earth, but we're like, I don't know what to do. I'm not sure why I'm here. And it drives us crazy, right? So thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. So tonight I want to do something a little bit different. I talk a lot about as you ascend and as you change and transform, that means a lot of people talk about love and light, but it's really a lot more than that. It's sometimes really difficult and not easy. And it's very challenging because you're moving up different levels and your gifts are coming online. And a lot of us have to do this on our own, unless you can find someone who can coach you through it, like myself, right? This is, again, let me back up, for Master Life Path 11s. I'm an 11 as well. This is all based on numerology, not astrology. And this is all based on your birthday. You take the month, the day, and the year that you're born. You add up those three numbers, and then that number you bring down to the lowest number. So if you were like a 29, a 2 plus 9 is an 11, right? The 11s are the most empathic out of all of the numbers. We are the ones that feel the deepest. We are the ones, we feel very misunderstood a lot of times because we feel, and we have lots of different levels, and people don't understand that we're the human lie detectors. We can always feel what others are putting out there into the world. We read between the lines, right? We read what's not said. We read body language. And so a lot of times people think that we're going in on them hard and we're trying to expose them, and we're really just trying to help, because we're very empathic and we understand what it feels like to not belong, right? Because we've been there. The whole reason I do this is so that I can help you guys not suffer the way I did, because for many years I turned my gifts off. And that's what a lot of you may be going through right now. You may be turning your gifts off. You may be shutting down. You may be saying, you know what, screw this. I'm not doing this, and I'm going to push everybody away and just shut down. And that's, if you're doing that, I understand, because I did that for a lot of years myself, but I can tell you that's not the best way to go. You're doing that because, one, you feel as though you don't feel understood. You're very frustrated. You're very angry. People don't get you. Two, you feel as though that's the only way to be, right? Because you've done this before. This is something that you've learned. When you were a kid, you probably, like myself, were showing who you were, just being who you were. And then your parents or someone said to you, stop being so dramatic, or why are you crying when we're watching this movie and everybody else is totally fine over here? Stop doing that. It was always the message of stop doing that, which we equate to stop being ourselves, because I'm not doing anything different than what I am, right? I'm just being myself. So it's really about, then we shut down. Then we say, okay, stop. I can't do this. I need to just, and then we say, well, I just won't use my gifts at all. I'll show you guys, right? I'll show you guys. I won't use my gifts at all. But then what happens is you're hurting yourself and no one else, because all that energy that you have and all those gifts that you have now have nowhere to go. I kind of liken it to, just think of yourself as a bottle, and you've got all this energy swirling within you. And we're meant to have that energy move through us. And if that doesn't happen, you put a top on it, right? And it stays within you. It swirls and swirls and swirls. There's nowhere to go. And then it becomes toxic. Now you've got stuck energy that turns negative, and it turns against you, and it makes you uncomfortable. So when it comes out, it's not pretty. It's very volatile, and it doesn't help you, right? And then people think, oh my gosh, you're so volatile and crazy. You're like, yeah, let me shut down again. I did this for a lot of years. It's a learned response, but I'm telling you, it's not the way to go, right? But as adults, a lot of us still do this. You know, if I get angry enough, I can still turn inward. We turn on ourselves, and that's not good. You are a gifted person, a talented person who feels things deeply. The difference is we process differently. We have a lot of layers. So if you are doing this, I would like to suggest an alternative. And the alternative would be that old way is self-sabotage because you're not hurting anybody but yourself. The other way is to find an outlet. Find a way to let some of this energy out, right? If you have a sport that you play, do that. If you ride your bike, do that. If you live in the mountains, you know, maybe you can bike ride or take a walk, be with the energy. If you live near the ocean, go to the ocean. If you have yoga, go to yoga. Do it physically and find a way that you can offload some of this, right? Because it's really important that you don't hold on to this energy. As we're going through our days, right? We're so sensitive that we can feel other people's energy and we pick up on it. And a lot of times what we do is, unbeknownst to us, we hold on to this energy, right? And then it's stuck, like usually right here. And then we can't get rid of it. And then that's not fun for us. So there's got to be ways that you can offload this energy, and physically is the best way, right? If you can run, if you can walk, if you can get in nature, you do yoga, whatever it is that's good for you, physically offload this stuff and think about actually like opening yourself up and letting it out. Anything negative that you've taken on, think about it and just let it out, right? Breathe deeply and let it out. I know it sounds very basic and you're probably rolling your eyes right now, but I'm telling you it works, right? And whatever you love, if you love animals, if you're with your animals, go be with them. That helps me a lot because they always give calming signals to us. And it's really important that you figure out how to just offload all of this negative stuff that you've taken on. Because remember, everything that you take on, you vibrate out into the world. So that's what the world feels. So if you're upset, if you're frustrated, if you're angry, even if you're shutting down, the world feels that. And then the universe says, oh, you're shutting down. Let me send you more of that. Oh, you're angry. Let me send you more of that. That's not fun for us because then we get more crap that we don't want. So the goal is if you can offload this energy, right? And then bring in good energy, right? Source energy, spirit energy, archangel energy. Then from there, put that out to the world with gratitude, your vibration will raise, and then the universe will give you more of that. It's not easy. It's a process. You need to learn to figure out what works for you. Some people practice Qigong, whatever it is. But you need to understand that you cannot and should not hold on to energy that is burdens that are not yours. And nobody teaches us this stuff, right? We learn this stuff from when we're little kids and we hold on to stuff because we don't know. And then we shut ourselves down and then it just becomes a pattern. And you can be 40s and 50s and whatever. And you're still like, I'm shutting down now. And it's painful. It's painful for us to do so because you're not flowing. You know, the state of that you always want to try to be in is flow, right? Where things are easy for you. And when you're in a state of flow, like water, everything's easy. So if a rock's in front of you, you can go over it, you can go under it, you can go to the side. You can just flow through it, right? But when you're the rock, you don't move. And that's when everything hits you and hits you and hits you until you're like, stop. Does this make sense? I hope it does. Because I learned this a long time ago. I shut myself down for a long time, especially professionally. And it was really painful for me. And so I just wanted all of us to understand that we're all in this together so that no matter where you are, if you've just started to shut down or if you've been doing this for a while, there are other ways around this. And if you need help, reach out to me because I'm very good at helping people just offload their stuff. It's what I do, right? I open you up and I just take it out, right? If you ever see me doing this, I'm pulling out like stuck energy. This is what my shaman taught me and it really works. And you always get stuck around your throat chakra, your heart chakra. Energy stays within like your elbows, your knees, your ankles, things like that. So if I'm pulling stuff out, it's like I'm pulling out whatever's negative so I can make room for the positive. Okay. The other thing I wanted to mention was that there are a lot of you right now that are telling me that your gifts are coming online. That's awesome. And I love it. It's awesome. But here's the thing that I want you to know. And I say this in every video, but I'm going to go a little deeper today. There are also the, the light workers, the angels and spirit and all the wonderful Lord Shiva, all the wonderful deities, your highest self. That's wonderful. They love having you come online, right? That's amazing. But at the same time, as you shine your light and you get stronger and stronger, right? The dark ones will notice too, and they're going to want your light. And they're going to come after you in ways that you'll be surprised. I had a couple of revelations myself that I'm really not going to go into, but I'm just going to tell you that they're very sneaky. They're going to come at you with a smile, right? They're going to come at you as a friend. They're going to come at you as somebody that you've worked with, a colleague. They're going to come at you very unexpected ways, and they're going to use people around you to get to you, and potentially even use you to get to someone else, okay? So it all depends on how strong you are. So let's just say that you're pretty strong and you have a colleague that you're working with and they've turned to they were a light worker and a healer, and they've now turned to the darker arts. And you know this, you've separated yourself, and then they ask you to come over and to help them, do something, right? And you kind of knew they were going toward the dark side, but you really weren't sure. So you were like, as a healer, you always were like, yes, I'll help you. And then you only realize later on that they were actually trying to set you up and to steal your light from you. It's a real thing, right? It's a real thing. Or people will try to get to you through others. They're very crafty. Okay. So just be aware and protect yourself. And now when I say protect yourself, I mean, have your head on a swivel, right? Protect yourself, protect your light, protect your gifts at all times. It's really important, especially as we are all awakening and tuning up to protect the planet and each other, okay? So when I say protect yourself, I mean make sure that you protect your light, put barriers around yourself, make sure that you have light around you from the top of your head down to the soles of your feet, okay? And ask the archangels, ask spirit, just make sure that you're protected at all times, especially when you work with others. It's important because there are dark ones that they just want to steal your light, and they want to separate you from those who are also strong in their light. I chose just a couple of cards for you tonight. The first one, you got Mars, which is power, strength, courage, motivation, pursue your goals. Where are you holding back and gypping yourself and shutting yourself off from your power, your strength, your courage, your motivation? Because you're angry and you're saying, I'm not going to pursue my goals. I'm going to stay right where I am. Where are you doing that? 11s are strong, super strong warriors. Power, strength, and courage comes with the territory of what we do. You can do anything you want to. All you need is a motivation to pursue your goals. Don't stop. Mars is our planet. 11s, a lot of us. The message from the universe, the black hole. Actually, that's the last one. Hold on. You got the fixed star, you got Miniker, which is the raven, spiritual awakening, light work, preparing for spiritual ascension. I love ravens. I have a raven that always rolls with me. It's been with me for many lifetimes. Super funny, super sarcastic. I think I've told you guys this. Ravens are one of the only birds, they're the smartest birds out there. They know facial recognition. I love ravens. People are afraid of them because they say they're the bringers of death, but I don't look at it like that, right? It's all perception, spiritual awakening, light work, preparing for spiritual ascension. Why are you holding back from spiritually ascending because you're afraid. Some of you are really afraid of your power. I know I was too. If that's you, reach out to me and let me know. I can help you with that. Don't be afraid of who you are. You were created to house and work with the power you have. Don't be afraid. Step into it. This is what we were born to do. You've done this in many lifetimes. Don't be afraid. For moon healing, you got the blue moon. Expect the unexpected culmination. It was a big surprise to me when I realized that I didn't have to be afraid anymore, and neither do you. Your powers are your powers. Your gifts are your gifts. Nobody can take them away from you. It's never too late. Don't ever feel bad about not using them. You have free will. You can hold them off and they'll still be there for you. But you are the one that can wield them. That's what you were born to do. And last but not least, the black hole. Heavy thoughts on the mind, mystical, void, magnetic pull from the unknown. This is what I mean when I say a lot of us 11s go through things that other people don't understand. We think in layers. A lot of us come from other places. A lot of us work with other realms, and a lot of us do things that it's not many people understand. But that's why we're all in this together, right? We're all in this together. Like if you work with dragons, cool, let's talk about it, right? If you go to other realms, cool, let's talk about it. Because I'm good with that, because I do it all the time. And so do a lot of you. That's why we're here, because this is the stuff that will help others. You know, the Pleiadians, the Arcturians, the starseeds, they all came to help us as humans. And you're still here in the 3D, but that doesn't mean that you're not connected to them still. Make sense? All right, guys, I hope this helped you. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. You are rare, you are special, you're beautiful. Never stop being who you are. Don't shut down. Please don't shut down, right? Offload any negative energy. If you need help, reach out to me. Everything's in the description box below. 11's rule. We're all unicorns. We're all special. And I love you guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And definitely leave me a comment. Thanks, guys.